on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Western Pennsylvania and Heinz Field in the Steel. City of Pittsburgh. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Pittsburgh Steelers. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Here come the Bengals now to take over. And a look here at their go-to guy under center.
And what I enjoyed watching this week when we had a chance to watch them in practice, the easy camaraderie that he has with his offense.
A lot of respect.
A lot of respect, and frankly, I thought it spilled over to the defense. All the defensive guys were coming over and teasing and joking with him. You can tell they respect the heck out of him and really want to play well for him.
Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. From the gun, Barnes. And the catch good. It's Eifert. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
On 3rd down, Barnes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast, and a big sack. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Newton. This one into the hands of Burton. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Newton to throw. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Sack there by Avery Williamson, the linebacker. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Now Newton. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. From 6 yards away as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose. So they go with a pass, and it works there on the two-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on two-point conversion? Situational? It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball on a two-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover.
Illegal touching. Offense.
Well, they were a little too excited to get the football, touched it before it went 10 yards.
And that's so difficult, isn't it? Because sometimes it can just take a bad hop and veer into your lane or into your body. In this case, though, they touched it before 10. Illegal touching is the call.
From the gun, it's a give to Montgomery. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 19 carries, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to them early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Got his man, it's Eifert. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get into that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt, just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was a nice sport.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they... Out of the gun, Newton. He's got Burton here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He had the touchdown on the opening drive. Now he's got a first down. On 1st and 10, Newton. How about the first quarter he's putting together out wide? Pretty impressive.
I think that he likes the fact that we're playing this as a day game. You know, some guys, they respond better in the evenings, or for some reason it builds up. For this guy, day game, and he is off and running. You're exactly right. 100 might be conservative with the start that he's had here in the first quarter.
Yeah, by the numbers, he's on pace for 200-plus right now. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Here's Newton. Catch is made by Harry. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Carl Lawson racking up sack number 12 for him on the year.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man. Well, we quit counting yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And this is what here? Incomplete, they say. It looked like it was intercepted, but he apparently did not get the 2 feet down in bounds. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage in the game, but do you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. Right? There's no doubt about it. People wonder what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind it, and he listened to it.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He completes it to Boyd. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. 2nd and 1. On the move to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Cincinnati. It's their quarterback with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Not the first time on this drive we saw him take matters into his own hands, and this time he finishes things off with a touchdown run.
You're not going to be happy with me, but I think he took matters into his own feet, didn't he?
Oh, Davis from the top rope. I like it. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, look at that. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw again, Newton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Newton now to throw. And he locates Walker, complete. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. On first down, it's Newton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sam Hubbard able to record his 5th sack of the season. To try again after the sack. Newton, and he's going to go down again. Sam Hubbard in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. To throw is Newton. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Carl Lawson, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. Now the pressure gets to him again. Andrew Billings.
I don't know why you would do that. It's almost guaranteed points the other way. I mean, I get it if it's a late game situation, maybe even 4th and inches. But, boy.
And a failure on 4th down on the other side leads immediately to a 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. They try again with Montgomery. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. From the gun on 3rd down. Barnes looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd, his 5th touchdown now on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was the super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Getting set to go again here. Cam Newton marches back onto the field. Been a decent start for him here in this first half, but bottom line, his team's losing. They got to fix something.
And it starts with him. He has to keep that little quarterback strut going right now to make sure his team sees him as confident. Continue to try and up his game, but just let him know, hey, if I'm around, if I'm the one calling signals and throwing the football, just follow me, we'll get there. Sometimes that will do more to elevate a team than anything else.
See if he has that confidence. Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. And Walker has it. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
This is caught.
Holding offense.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and
he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a great return as he takes us up just shy of the 45. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Looking to throw on second down. Barnes. He gets this one to Boyd. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
70, Indy.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make it 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Barnes. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the first down and a 21-yard gain. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the end. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but it's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
And instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Newton into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now Montgomery, he's got it on the draw. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. To throw on 2nd down, Barnes to the left side here for Eifert. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They'll set up the screen to Montgomery, and he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And he finds Montgomery complete. And now running right through it. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice lately. Now they have a chance here to put all that hard work to use. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll bring up a 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Back to throw. Barnes. He's got his man. This is Tate. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Auden Tate as the first half is winding down. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. So we have reached halftime here, an abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at the 3. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Newton on first down. This one into the hands of Burton. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down. Now a first down throw for Newton. Connecting with Burton here over the middle. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. On first down, Newton. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Newton to throw. Gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Newton now to throw. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Now Newton. The quick slant caught. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. N'Keal Harry, his 4th touchdown on the year. As his guys are able to pull a bit closer. Now Mike Tomlin says, let's go ahead and go for 2. Again, Newton. And this is going to be caught, so they do get it. And the 2 points, now they're back down to a 1-score deficit. And that almost makes it a brand-new ballgame. Now it's a 1-score affair after they get the 2.
And you have to know they were holding their breath on the 2-point play because they had to have it to get it within the range that you just talked about. Dialed up their 2-point play. It worked. Now they're feeling like they've got a shot at this one.
So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here.
And I think a lot of it is just mentally. Get back to doing what you were doing well in the beginning of the game, but a lot of that is playing with that emotion and that sense of pride and fire.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cleveland Farrell make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. On third down, Barnes. He'll buy some time right. He may try and run for this. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
We just saw a nice example of why teams often bring in baseball guys to teach quarterbacks how to slide in key situations. You want to protect your franchise guy. Make sure he doesn't get hurt. He did exactly that on that play. A perfect slide to avoid the big hit and pick up a first down.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw on second down. Barnes into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty, and his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the second half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. It's the 2 Fs for a rookie quarterback.
Here's Newton. He's going to rifle one deep. And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off inside the 10. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. To throw on 2nd down. Barnes. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Barnes. That's caught by Montgomery. And he'll be taken down for a loss back at the 3. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Well, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle.
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the 1st half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. A very solid gain of 27. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st. Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. 25 yards for the touchdown as his guys have cut the lead down to 2.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set, and racing going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away.
Let's go, let's go.
Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Looking to throw. Barnes. And Tate's got it. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati 1st down. This quarterback now 15 out of 17 through the air. Only 2 incompletions. It's 1st down. Now Montgomery. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. 3 quarters in the books. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. To throw on 2nd down. Barnes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. And the Bengals on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Barnes got his man. It's Eifert. You hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On 1st and 10, Newton. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the linebacker Kyle Van Noy. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. Short throw pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Here's the backup now, the former Badger, Melvin Gordon. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Newton. And Walker with it over the middle. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. A gain there of 21 yards. Newton now to throw. And Walker has it. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball, and you put up a token press. Make sure you get up there and make them eat.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. A 5-yard touchdown as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. The touchdown all set up by the big play, one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
After review of the play, the field
they had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. Now Newton. And this is caught. So they took a chance, but they are back within a single point here in the 4th. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. Oh, an absolutely filthy juke. He's got some space now.
personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
Looking to throw. Barnes. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. 2nd and 10. And incomplete. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. has it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Barnes. And it's caught. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Jeffrey Simmons breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7. Now the Bengals on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Barnes looking for Boyd, and he's got him. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Newton got his man complete over the middle. It's Walker. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there. On 1st down, it's Newton. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. In for the score, as they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Newton throwing again. And he's got it. The conversion good, and we are tied in the 4th. Still time to work with on the clock, but they wanted the tie now, and they got it.
And I love their aggressiveness. Go ahead and get it done. Get the game tied. Now your team has the momentum, and you're staring across the field saying, let's see if you can match us.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. And after a sluggish start, he's really bounced back. The numbers bear that out.
And you're a baseball guy, partner. How many at-bats over the course of a baseball season?
Oh, boy, 4 in a game.
Yeah, about the 4 in a game.
4 times 162.
350 or so, right? Sometimes it takes a while for a guy to get going. That's my point. It's not the first few carries. You don't worry about that. As they go along, get that guy lathered up, get those blocking assignments down. Those 2-yard gains turn into bigger gains as the game moves along.
That one goes for 24 yards.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. On 1st down, Montgomery. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he finds Montgomery complete. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Here's Matt Bosher now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And the Steelers set to take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Newton. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And a nice gain of 21 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Newton to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Walker. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Newton. He's got Burton here. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. From the red zone now, Newton. This one into the hands of Burton. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab as his guys have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right? Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Here we go. Here we go.
So now the Bengals down on the scoreboard. A little over a minute to go. They've surrendered a double-digit lead but can rescue themselves late as they come up on 1st down. He's back to throw. Caught by Montgomery. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 7, and it's a 2nd down. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. He'll look to throw. He completes it to Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down. Back to throw. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. Well, your QB's been sacked 4 times in the game already, and they're the holding goal. And you know darn well the offensive line coach is frustrated and upset that he's been hit that many times off. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. They'll look to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Cleveland Farrell has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.